Davis is a Laker and another star may be on the way. And do the Lakers have another trade up their sleeves before draft day? Let's get into some of these questions. Part 2 of our Anthony Davis Q&A. We are going to talk all about the draft. We are going to talk all about whether or not the Lakers even have enough money to sign a max free agent and what their future holds. Let's get into some of these questions. Okay, this first question we have here is from @AuntDaddy2009, and he asks, who is a better fit, Kyrie or Kemba? Okay, so I'm going to go with Kemba Walker here, and I understand a lot of people may think I am crazy because to have a guy like Kyrie Irving on your team, especially now that we have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, would be pretty exciting, but I'm going to go with Kemba Walker for a few reasons. First, last season for the Charlotte Hornets, he averaged career highs in points. He averaged just shy of 26 points per game, which was really great. He shot the ball great. He's a great defender. Obviously, the Lakers really do need a point guard who can score the ball and is also a good defender, and Kemba Walker fits that bill perfectly. However, obviously, I would be thrilled to have Kyrie Irving too. If Kyrie does decide to come to the Lakers, I'm not going to be mad about it, but when I look at Kyrie Irving, I not only see a guy who, yes, is very talented, but who also is a little cocky, and I don't know how he is going to feel on a team that also features LeBron James. Again, we all know that back when they played together in Cleveland, they did have some problems. They apparently put those differences aside, but still, you never know. And then also Anthony Davis, so he would really be third string, and I don't know if Kyrie is the kind of guy who's going to want to have to deal with that. However, if at the end of the day, the Lakers are with Kyrie Irving and they end up signing him, I would be thrilled. But I think between Kyrie and Kemba, I'm going to go with Kemba Walker for this one. But I am curious, who do you guys think is a better fit for the Lakers, Kemba Walker or Kyrie Irving? If you think Kyrie, type Kyrie down below. And if you think Kemba, type Kemba down below. Okay, this next question is from @OscarL Calderon, and he asks, what second tier free agent should the Lakers go after if we can't get any of the first ones? So obviously, as we all know, the Lakers' plan right now is to sign another star. I don't know necessarily if that's maybe even the right move, but whether or not they are able to sign that third star, there are still a lot of really talented kind of second tier free agents available. Like he mentioned, some of the top ones that I think would be great fits for the Lakers. We have to look at what the Lakers need, and they obviously are going to need guards and they're going to need shooting. That is kind of their main priority right now. So I would say, a guy like Danny Green, Darren Collison would be a great fit. We could even see, maybe Seth Curry could come play for cheap. Rodney Hood, we can even possibly see them re-sign Reggie Bullock, Chris Middleton. He may be a little too pricey, but he would also be a really nice fit for this team. So there are a lot of guards and shooting available at the second tier level. In terms of kind of centers and more forwards, obviously there's Brook Lopez. We could bring Lopez back. There's Marcus Gasol, who I think, obviously is a very talented player. I don't know, if the Toronto Raptors would have even been able to be in the finals if it weren't for Marc Gasol's contribution and that kind of late season pickup. There is also, of course, Demarcus Cousins, who does have a little bit of baggage to come along. He's a little bit of a head case. He's more of that high risk, high reward situation. But nonetheless, there are definitely a lot of really talented second tier kind of level free agents available that would be great fit for the Lakers. This next question, it kind of ties in a little bit with that, but it is from @Brent251980, and he says, well, now that we have AD, who do you think we should get at point guard? What star? Okay, so I guess I'll break this question into like two parts. So in terms of for point guard, obviously that's one of our biggest needs. I think the two guys obviously that we're looking at for stars is Kyrie and Kemba, and like I said earlier, I would prefer Kemba Walker, but I would be thrilled with both. In terms of kind of the second level tier free agents that are available, Patrick Beverley is available. He may, be too expensive, but he would be an excellent addition to this Lakers squad. However, if we do get Patrick Beverley, we would also have to kind of pair him with a more of a shooting, high scoring shooting guard, because Pat Beverley is a very talented player. He's very good defensively, but he is not the best scorer. So you would have to pair him with a very top scorer shooting guard. We also have, Darren Collison, I think would be an amazing fit. I think Darren Collison would actually be my favorite fit for the Lakers to just get at point guard if we don't get Kemba Walker. So I think those are two guys that would be really great fits. But again, there are a lot of a lot of options out there, so we're just gonna have to kind of wait and see, but it's definitely gonna be very exciting. Now, we're just getting into these questions, and make sure that you stay tuned because the Lakers may have a secret trick up their sleeve, and they may be pulling off another trade before the trade deadline, so make sure to stay tuned because we are gonna be talking all about that. But you are watching NBA Now by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. I'm Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han. You can follow me on Twitter at Hannah_Kulik and on Instagram at Hannah Rose Kulik. Let's get into some more of these questions. At Laker Unfiltered wants to know, will the Lakers regret making the trade if RJ Barrett drops to 4th? No, I don't think they are at all. Even if RJ does decide to drop to 4th, which I don't think is going to happen. But at the end of the day, you know, we got Anthony Davis, and where we are as a franchise right now, we are in win now mode. We're not in this rebuilding phase like we were these last few years. So we don't necessarily want to have to get another young player and take the time to develop them. If that was the case and that was, you know, how it ended up being, and we did have that 4th pick still, then, you know, it would have been fine. I'm sure the Lakers, you know, would have selected a very talented young guy, whoever it was. But at the end of the day, where we are as a franchise right now, we are much better off with Anthony Davis and LeBron James versus, you know, RJ Barrett and LeBron James. Okay, we still have some more questions here, but before we do, I have to take a quick second to remind you all to make sure that you are subscribed to Chat Sports here on YouTube, and also make sure that you are subscribed to the new Chat Sports Lakers YouTube channel as well, because this Lakers season is going to be unbelievable, and this offseason is going to be quite a roller coaster ride, and I want to make sure that you do not miss a single second of it. So make sure that you are subscribed not only to Chat Sports here on YouTube, but also to the new Chat Sports Lakers YouTube channel as well. Okay, this next question has actually been asked a lot, but this particular question is from @Jaboy_22, and he asks, do you think it's better to get one player with the additional cap space after the AD trade, or should the Lakers spread the money around for multiple starters and depth? Okay, obviously this is a kind of a controversial topic. A lot of people have very mixed opinions on this topic, myself included. It looks right now that the Lakers are going to try to go all out and do whatever they can to sign that 3rd star. I don't know necessarily if that is the best move, because if that is the case and we are somehow able to get that $32 million in cap space to sign another max free agent, we're going to be left with essentially nothing for the rest of our team. And we have to remember that the only guys right now on the roster for sure are LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, and then Anthony Davis. So we have to essentially fill out an entire roster right now. Now, the Lakers may have a little bit of a trade up their sleeves regarding a few of their younger players, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. But as of now, we have to assume that, you know, the Lakers are essentially going to have to put together an entire roster, and whether or not they even are going to be able to make enough money or have enough money to sign that max free agent is still yet to be seen. But we have to think that at the end of the day, all of the teams who are, you know, successful teams who have long playoff runs, who win the NBA title, they all have successful role players. You know, where would Toronto Raptors, like I said earlier, where would the Toronto Raptors have been if they hadn't picked up, you know, Marc Gasol, and Danny Green made huge contributions. We even saw this, you know, with the Lakers team back in the day with Robert Horry. You know, we had guys who came in off the bench who were very valuable to this team, who really helped us succeed and win those titles. So at the end of the day, it's still important, no matter how exciting it would be to have 3 big stars in LA, it's still very important to be able to have those solid role players in depth coming off the bench. So I don't know necessarily what the right move is for the Lakers. As of now, it is looking like they are going to put all of their chips in this big max free agents basket. Now, I am curious because obviously, like I said, this is kind of a controversial topic. A lot of people have a lot of mixed emotions about this, but I am curious, do you guys think that the Lakers should go all out and use the rest of their cap space to sign a max free agent? If you do, type Y for yes. If not, type N for no down below. Okay, we still have some more questions here, but before we do, I have to let you guys in on something that I am super excited about. This video is actually sponsored by MyBookie, which is the internet's #1 sportsbook, and they have given me an insane promo code for all Laker fans to use for the NBA season for the Lakers. If you think that they are going to win the 2020 NBA championship, which obviously us Laker fans know they are, or if you just want to use it for the NBA Summer League, or even for MLB games and the NFL games, all you have to do is go to chatsports.com/Lakers, enter the promo code GOLAKERS, Lakers and you will get 100% deposit. So if you guys like to bet on your favorite sports teams, and if you want to bet on the Lakers this season like I know I am, you can earn some serious money. All you have to do, again, is go to chatsports.com/Lakers, enter my promo code GOLAKERS at checkout, and you can win some serious money, guys. I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to go sign up. I actually already did, and I'm ready to make some money this season. But let's move on to some more of these questions. Now, this next question is from, again, so this is another very kind of popular question, very kind of more recent topic, but it is from @Oscar L. Calderon. He asks, do you think the Lakers will be able to buy a late first round pick or a second pick? Which team do you think will agree to it? Okay, so right now the latest reports for the Lakers are saying that the Lakers are working tirelessly to try to shop around the contracts of 3 of their young players right now: Mo Wagner, Jermerrio Jones, and of course Isaac Bonga, because those guys next season combined will be making about $5 million. So they're trying to make a trade that would trade those guys to another team, and then they would pick up some kind of late second round draft picks, which would of course just not put a lot towards the cap space. So they're trying to clear some cap space that way in order to be able to have that $32 million max salary by July 6th, because as we all know, or I don't know if you guys know, but July 6th is when this Anthony Davis trade is going to be finalized, and if everything just kind of goes normally, then the Lakers will have $23 million in cap space left, unless of course Anthony Davis decides to waive a $4 million trade bonus. Then they would have about $27 million, and that is not going to be enough in my opinion, and obviously the Lakers feel the same way, to get a big star free agent. So they're trying to do everything in their power to make sure that they can have $32 million by July 6th, which is when you are officially allowed to sign these top free agents. So I don't necessarily think that the Lakers would go to all these troubles to, do all this and try to move these players, as fast as they are and as aggressive as they are, if they didn't really strongly believe that they have a shot at signing one of these max free agents. My bet is on Jimmy Butler, maybe even Kawhi Leonard. Maybe they got some news from Kawhi that's making them, kind of be in scramble mode here. But I think that the Lakers are definitely going to pull this off. If this is all that it's going to take in order to get that $32 million in cap space to sign another top free agent by July 6th, they are definitely going to make it happen. You guys, Rob Pelinka is willing to do whatever it takes. So I definitely think that if that is what the Lakers want to do, and that's the future route they want to go in, which I think we know they do, then I think the trade will definitely be made by the trade deadline to move the contracts again of Mo Wagner, Jermerrio Jones, and Isaac Bonga. The next question we have here is from @Jemmy Langhorn. He asks, what other free agents can the Lakers get, and is it possible to get Kyrie and Kemba, and can the Lakers buy out Bradley Beal's contract? Okay, a lot of questions there. In terms of the free agents, we already kind of mentioned that early on, so I'm not going to address that again, but is it possible to get Kyrie and Kemba? Definitely not. We do not have the money for that. We barely even have the money to get one of those guys right now, but we may be able to get one, either Kyrie or Kemba. And can the Lakers buy out Bradley Beal's contract? It's not looking like it. The Washington Wizards aren't looking like they actually want to move Bradley Beal anymore. As we all know, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but John Wall actually ruptured his Achilles, so he's most likely going to be out for this whole season. So it doesn't look like the Washington Wizards actually want to move Bradley Beal anymore. And I don't think the Lakers are interested in that anymore either way. Zach Master wants to know, he said, I heard from my sources that Kawhi and Kyrie are both joining the Lakers. So the question is, how are the Lakers going to afford them, and what about the bench? So the Lakers are not going to be able to afford both Kyrie and Kawhi Leonard, kind of like the Kemba Walker and Kyrie question just before this. They do not have the money for that. We only have the money maybe possibly if, all of the stars align to get one of those guys, which would obviously be very exciting and definitely enough anyway, since we have Anthony Davis and LeBron James. So only room for one of those guys. I don't know who your sources are, but you may want to double check because they may not be the most reliable ones. We definitely do not have enough money to get both of those guys. And last question we have here today is from @DoWhatYouLike75. He says, if you could only bring back one next year, who would it be between JaVale, Rondo, or Lance? Okay, so I would say it would be Rondo. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because the Lakers need a point guard now that we've traded Lonzo Ball. We do not have a point guard, so that is probably one of our biggest concerns, which obviously I'm sure we'll pick up a talented one. But I think Rondo would be the guy that I would pick. JaVale McGee, I would be fine with. He would probably be my top 2. Lance Stevenson, no offense, I'm done. I'm over it. Make him dance, Lance, but make him dance on another team. Sorry. But yeah, I think it would be Rajon Rondo. He played for us, obviously, last season. He is definitely not in his prime anymore, but he still is very skilled, especially as a ball handler and as a passer. He has slowed down a bit defensively, but, you know, on the whole, he still is, you know, a very good player, and he would be able to help this team. If we did re-sign Rajon Rondo, of course, we would then have to go out and make sure that our shooting guard was a high-scoring shooting guard, because as we all know, Rajon Rondo isn't the best shooter, isn't, you know, the most reliable scorer in terms of the point guard situation, but I think he would still be a good fit with this team. And then second would be JaVale McGee. I don't really think that he is going to come back. I think JaVale, you know, wants to be a starter now. And now that we have Anthony Davis, it most likely wouldn't be the case. But if JaVale was coming off the bench for us, I would be totally happy with bringing him back as well. Okay, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for sending in your questions. We received so many amazing questions. A lot obviously kind of asking similar questions, so I just picked the first one that I saw, so I'm really sorry if I didn't get to yours, but I really appreciate you all sending in all of your questions, and we will definitely do another mailbag Q&A soon, because there is always going to be so much to talk about with the Lakers, and this offseason is going to be so exciting, so I cannot wait. But thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a double thumbs up if you liked it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Chat Sports and the new Chat Sports Lakers YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My Twitter is @Hannah_Kulik and my Instagram is @HannahRoseKulik. That's going to be it for today, guys. And until next time, Laker Hannah is out. Bye, guys.